what do we got for housing provider tip of the week?
All right. So housing provider tip of the week. So keep this in mind. I think, you hear schools are a big deal when it comes to finding your property. Now, I think when you're buying in C and D class properties, schools are less of a conversation. I think people don't really focus on it as much. But when you get into the C plus or A and B, schools are everything. And it's funny that some of the worst schools are in the better areas are some of the best schools in the worst areas. So just kind of keeping that all in perspective. So now also there's different, sometimes an area might be a C, but it's boosted up to a C plus because it falls within that city as a school district. So Jason and I were talking before, you have Homewood and Flossmoor that have awesome school districts. But then you also have a part of Chicago Heights that goes to those same schools, which, if you're in certain parts of Chicago Heights, you might get advice from me to, run or stay away, or these are the problems you're going to have. But if you're north of a certain area falling into that Flossmoor school district, it's a whole nother ballgame. And there's also opportunity to find these different pockets when it comes to schools you might pay pricing. So I always use the example of like Glendale Heights. There's parts of Glendale Heights that go to Glen Ellen School District, and you pay Glendale Heights pricing, or maybe a little over premium on Glendale Heights, but you're getting the benefit of Glen Ellen school districts. Now, keep this in mind from a renter's perspective. Renters that can't afford to live in Glen Ellen, but they want to do what they can to put their kids in the best schools they can, they'll rent in Glendale Heights and take advantage of that kind of that boundary that you're paying Glendale Heights pricing for. They're paying rent in Glendale Heights. Again, might be a little premium because it's in a part of town that's a little better, but they're not paying the Glen Ellen pricing. So I always keep focused on schools. It's C and D class. I think even when you get into D class, the schools, the conversation starts coming to what schools are, in Chicago. I don't know if you know this, but you have the option of going to the different schools. It's a lot more flexible than in the suburbs where it's like, hey, you live here and you go here. In the city, understanding kind of the diversity of options that you have to go for schools, that's something important. And maybe that's something we talk about on this show at one point or another too. It's probably, maybe we'll get Arnie Duncan on here or something.
Yeah, let's do it.
But yeah, focus on schools.